Satnam, everyone. Welcome to Kundalini Yoga. My name is Meghan Vornholt, and I'm honored to be able to share the practice here through Alchemy Yoga in Cochrane. I just wanted to invite you to share this practice for yourself for an hour. It's going to be an hour practice, so to the best of your ability, removing distractions, having that place that you're going to be practicing. So maybe that's closing a door to pets or making sure that kids are taken care of while you're in this practice for an hour. And if you have any questions or feedback for us, you can either contact Alchemy or you can contact me directly, Meghan Vornholt. So I'm excited to be able to share the practice with you today. Today we're going to do a Kriya for creativity. And so some of us might find that we have a little bit more time to think about what we want and create what we want. And so this Kriya is going to help allow that creative force to be expressed from you. It's all in you. We just are asleep to it a lot of the time. So that's what our Kriya is going to be today. We're going to start how we always start with our Ong Namo Gurudev Namo chant. We're going to chant that 3 times. And it's about finding your voice. So creativity, a lot of it comes from, we're going to talk a little bit about chakras today. The second chakra, so our sacral chakra, that is where kind of that passion and energy comes from. And how we express it out into the world is our throat. So our throat, when we chant, we're allowing our truth, our creativity to be expressed when we voice. So it's not about having a perfect pitch. It's about you finding your voice in the space that you're in. So let's just take a moment to ground and come to our mats. Maybe you close down your eyes. If you feel more comfortable having your eyes open, you're welcome to keep your eyes open, gently focusing at one point. Allow the shoulders to relax. Maybe you give them a little roll if they feel tight. Bring your chin slightly in, like the back of the head is pressing against an imaginary wall. And start to notice your breath. Inhaling and exhaling. Maybe inhaling through the nose and exhaling out the mouth. And then eventually transitioning to breathing in and out through the nose, making a similar sound. Feeling your breath fill up your body with oxygen, prana. And then exhaling, letting go of anything that is ready to let go of. Feel your spine tall from your sit bones to the top of your head. Good. Now rub your palms together a few times, just waking up the nerve endings in your hands right to your heart. And then place your hands in front of your heart, thumbs at your sternum. Take a deep breath in. And a complete breath out. And we'll chant. Inhale to prepare. Ong Namo Gurudev Namo. Ong Namo Gurudev Namo. Ong Namo Gurudev Namo. Inhale deep. Stretch your spine out tall, 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 and then hold the breath slightly on full. Without tensing your shoulders, hold the breath in, stretch your spine tall. And then exhale, let all the air out, let the arms come down. And take a moment to experience what that feels like in your body. maybe the quality of your mind. So before we start the Kriya for creativity, we're going to do some warm-ups here. Warming up the spine as well as the sacral chakra and the third chakra. So let's start to move our bodies around in a circle. Keep the chin in, and then start to move around in a circle with your torso like you're spinning around a martini glass. Inhale forward and exhale back. Hearing the sound of your breath as you breathe out your nose. And you can continue to use the mantra Sat Nam to help focus your mind and give that mantra. The mantra means Sat is truth and Nam is my identity or name. So when we chant that internally, we're asking our truth to come forward. And sometimes once we can connect to that, that can really help us with expressing ourselves. So once we know what our truth is, then we can express it. Good. Inhale forward, exhale back. And then change the direction of the circle, same movement, hinging from your hips as you spin your torso around. Chin slightly in, it tends to want to extend out. And if your eyes are closed, focus at your third eye. So that's the spot between your eyebrows, your third eye chakra, your center of intuition. And so by connecting to that, we allow our intuition, our inner teacher, to be noticed. Good. And then slowly come back to center. Shoulders on top of hips, spine tall. Inhale deeply. And exhale completely. Good. I'm getting the energy moving up and down our spine, our center column, Sushumna. So with spinal flexes. So if you want to stay cross-legged, you can. Hands can be on your shin or your knees. Inhale, your heart comes forward. Exhale, round back. Inhale, heart forward. Exhale, round back. Lead with your heart rather than your chin. Inhale forward, exhale back. Let the sound of your breath help create rhythm. So you're inhaling and exhaling for the same amount, going back and forth. Inhale Sat, exhale Nam. Good. Keep going. Last little bit. And inhale, center. Tall, tall, tall. And exhale the air out. Maybe one more breath here. Inhale deep. And exhale all the air out. Hands come onto your shoulders now, elbows widen to the sides as you open through your heart. If this doesn't work for your shoulders for any reason, you can bring your hands to your heart or keep them down. And you're going to inhale to your left, exhale to your right. Inhale left, exhale right. So twisting in both directions. Again, we're helping to warm up the spine. This helps us get into more of our upper spine. And also internally, it helps cleanse our liver with the twist, our digestive system. So go at your own perfect pace. It absolutely does not need to be the same as mine. Please take care of your body and go with your own breath, your own movement. Inhaling set, exhaling numb. And inhale to center, spread the elbows wide as you stretch the spine tall. When you exhale, you can let those arms relax. Shoulder shrugs. Inhale the shoulders up. Exhale, flop them down. Inhale up. Exhale down. The shoulders might kind of bounce or flop on the exhale as you shake out the tension out of your shoulders. Again, keep the neck neutral, the chin parallel to the floor so it's not extending out or up, right? Parallel to the floor and slightly in. Hear the sound of your breath through your nose. Inhale, squeeze the shoulders up, stretch the spine tall, hold. And exhale, relax the shoulders down. Tip the chin down towards your chest. If your eyes were open, you'd be looking at the floor. And then inhale, start to rotate your head to the left and exhale to the right. So if you have any neck injuries or other contraindications, please don't tip your head back. You're going to go side to side, chin to the chest. If you don't have any injuries, you can do a full circle. Imagine drawing a circle with your chin in the air. Still audible breaths through your nose. Inhale, set. Exhale, numb. Knowing that this creativity lives inside of you. We just have to connect to it and work on expressing it. Let's change the direction of the circle now. Inhale to the right and exhale to the left. Just notice if any mental, emotional, or physical blocks come up for you. That might feel like physical tension. It might sound like a negative belief, like, oh, I'm not creative, or I can't do this. And just notice those things that arise as part of your awareness for personal growth. Bring your chin back to center, chin parallel to the floor. Take a deep inhale breath. And full exhale breath. Good. We're going to do a couple lying down, but before we go lying down, I just want to introduce breath of fire because we're going to use it for a couple postures today. If you have any heart conditions, high blood pressure, if you are pregnant, you want to just be mindful of how much you do this practice. If you get lightheaded, dizzy, just slow it down, or maybe you go back to long, deep breath. I think about this practice as being like a scrubbing brush. So when you've got like a lot of gunk you got to scrub out, you got to go a little faster and a little harder. And that's what this breath does. So if you're new to the practice, I'll have you place your hands on your belly and maybe one hand on your chest. You want to move your belly, not your chest. So with one hand on each part, you get a little bit more awareness. And if you are not new to the practice, you can do your arms out, curl the fingers in, thumbs up. Okay, so if you're not new to the breath of fire, you can do these arms instead of hands here. Okay, so we're going to start through open mouth, breath of fire. It's like you're panting like a dog. And you'll notice that when you exhale, your belly snaps in. Again, you don't want to move your chest, just your belly. Focus on the exhales. The inhales will happen all by themselves. Now close the mouth, breathe through your nose. Eyes can be closed. Focus at the third eye. Good job. Inhale deep. And exhale all the air out. If your arms are up, you can relax them down. Awesome. So it's normal for it to feel really tight in there. We do a lot of work in our culture to actually contract all these muscles. Think about all the sit-ups you might do or not. So a lot of times it can be quite tight in here and also energetically tight. So just be patient with yourself. You do not need to go very fast. You can keep it slow, like, okay? So let's come lying down for a couple more warm-ups. Since we're working with mostly the heart and throat today in terms of expression, we just want to work on the second chakra, that sacral chakra, as well as the third chakra, because we can tend to hold a lot in these two areas. So we just want to balance these out before we start our Kriya with the throat and the heart. So lying down, feet on the floor, we're going to do a dynamic bridge, so a moving bridge with your breath. So feet are on the floor, heels are fairly close to your buttocks, back of the head on the floor, chin slightly in. You're going to inhale, press up to the sky, and exhale, come down. So working in the sacral chakra area, inhale, come up, exhale, come down. So go with your own breath, inhale up, exhale down. Inhale, Sat, exhale, Nam. And just start tuning into this pelvis area. Good. Keep moving with your breath. Last little bit. Go at your own pace. There's no rush. Go at your own range of motion. The next time you press up, hold here. Inhale and hold. Squeeze your glutes, press up, press up. And when you exhale, come down. Good. Maybe bring your knees in and rock side to side if that feels good on your back. Good. Awesome. Now this one is for our third chakra. So this is how we relate to groups of people, and it can tend to be pretty blocked based on some of our experiences. Not for everybody, but it tends to be a sticky point. We also have a ton of energy pathways that come into 72,000 that come right into the stomach. So with your breath, you're going to inhale, take the right leg up. Exhale, kick your butt with that right heel. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, kick with your left heel. Inhale up, exhale down. So one leg at a time. They don't move at the same time. It's one leg, inhale, exhale, then the next. And when you kick with your heel, your leg might kind of bounce. Find your own rhythm. Inhale, Sat, exhale, Nam. Back is flat on the floor. Good. Just keep both heels down this next time. Inhale. And exhale. Let's put the feet on the floor. One more here on our back. You're going to extend your legs out. So this is called stretch pose. And we're going to use breath of fire for this one. So if breath of fire doesn't work for you, know that you can stay doing long, deep breath. If you have any neck issues, I'm going to suggest that you keep the back of your head on the floor. If you have any low back issues, I'm going to suggest that you have your hands underneath your low back, and you might do one leg at a time instead of both legs at the same time. Okay, so what that might look like, or if you don't have any of those issues, you're going to take your hands by your side, palms face you. So what we're going to try to do first here is we're going to take the heels just a little bit off the floor, just a few inches, point the toes. Now, if that's like too much for your low back, again, hands under or do one leg at a time. Then if it's okay for your neck, you're going to take your head off the floor and look at your toes. And breath of fire. Just 40 more seconds. So we're also getting the throat here as a little compression, chin to the chest, keep going. If you had one leg down, you can switch legs. Ten seconds. Inhale and hold your pose. Keep your feet up, arms up, head up if they are. And exhale, come down. Good job. All right, one more for warm up. Roll onto your stomach, please. So we're going to do a cobra pose here. Option, you can do long, deep breath, or you can do breath of fire. So this pose it's giving our belly and our sacral chakras some connection to the earth. So if your low back is sore for any reason, have your elbows wider and your head lower. If it's okay, you can bring your elbows closer to your spine, hands on the floor. If it's still okay, you can have your hands on the floor to get higher. But none of this is a goal. Like, it's not expected that you be here, so do what feels best for you. Again, long, deep breaths or breath of fire. Shoulders away from your ears. Lift your heart. Focusing on your third eye if your eyes are closed. 10 seconds. Now inhale to your highest point for you. Lift your heart, stretch your spine. And then exhale, slowly come back down to the floor. Maybe you create a pillow for your head. Maybe you bend your knees side to side. Good. And we're going to come into a child's-like pose to start our Kriya. So sitting up onto your heels. And if you can't sit on your heels, you can sit cross-legged. You can put any kind of props underneath to support your knees and ankles. And we're going to bring the forehead to touch. So if the forehead doesn't touch the floor, get a pillow or something for your house that you can rest your forehead on. And bring the palms together, touching right to the floor. So from here, you're going to inhale deep. Hold your breath in as long as you can. And then exhale all the air out. Inhale deep. Hold the breath in. And exhale all the air out. Again, the forehead is touching the ground for some awareness of our third eye. That gentle touch. So you're going to keep breathing that way. You're going to inhale, hold, and then exhale all the air out. I'm going to invite you to visualize now when you inhale. Visualize your spine. Become aware of the spine from your tailbone to the top of your head. I'm going to invite you to imagine like a rainbow on your spine with all the colors of the chakras. So imagine that there's red right at the base of your tailbone, orange in your hips, yellow around your navel point area, your stomach, the color emerald green around your heart and chest, and color blue at your throat, indigo at your third eye, and violet at the top of your head. Same breath pattern. You're going to inhale, hold. Imagine those colors along your spine. And exhale all the air out. It might be easier to visualize one color than the other. Again, palms are together. And just keep noticing your spine from the base of your tailbone to the top of your head. Red at the tailbone, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet. Some people don't see colors, but they can see the words or hear the words in the different parts of their body. Good. Just about 3 more deep breaths here. Good. And then slowly coming out of that as you finish. You can extend your legs out here, stretch your legs. Good. Okay, so the next pose that we're going to do is, so if you have any shoulder injuries, I know some of you let us know that one of the other Kriyas we did when we were leaning back can be hard for shoulders. So if you can't lean back with your fingers out, you don't have to use your arms. You can use all your core. So you can have your hands on your legs and you just want to lean back about 30 degrees. So lean back. You can use your arms if it's okay for your shoulders. If it's not okay for your shoulders, then have your hands resting. You just have to do a little more core here. If you have neck injuries, again, please keep your head neutral. But we want to think about extending a little bit of our throat chakra here. So maybe you can look up at the sky, lift your heart up, and think about extending that way. Or as much as your head can tip back and that your neck is okay with, then you can do that. So we're just doing long, deep breaths here. Inhaling and exhaling. And imagine this shining light coming in through the top of your head. So a lot of visualization meditation will help connect to your creativity. So imagine this shining light coming in right through the top of your head. Again, only extend the head back as much as your body allows. Lift your heart up to the sky. You can look up at the sky or you can close your eyes. Long, deep breaths. And you might feel some tension in the throat and heart area. As we continue to breathe here, we're letting that tension go, but we have to let it come to the surface first. Long, deep breaths. White, sparkling light coming in through your head. Last couple breaths. Good. Last inhale and hold. And exhale all the air out. Come off your arms. If you're on your arms, you can shake out the arms. They might feel a bit tingly. That's might be an awareness that, hey, I'm going to move some blockages here in my heart, arms, throat. Good. All right. Comfort down to your back for a few minutes of rest after that pose. We just want to be here for a couple breaths. And just let any energy that you moved in the heart, the throat, the arms are connected to the heart. So anything that moved, just let that settle here. Abdomen rising, exhale it falling. Good. Take 2 more breaths. And then ever so gently, maybe start rocking side to side, maybe hug your knees in. And either roll to your side or rock up to sitting. So we're going to be cross-legged for the rest of the practice. If cross-legged doesn't work for you, you're welcome to stretch out a leg at any time or adjust. You can also do all of this in a chair if you prefer. So now we're going to chant Ong. So we chanted Ong at the beginning, Ong Namo, Gurudev Namo. And Ong means the universal consciousness, divine, whatever you call that energy outside of us. And a lot of times when we're creating, I know for me, yoga is creative, and it's like I'm just receiving what the universe brings to me, and I'm expressing it through me. But often none of it is like my own. I'm just tapping into that universal consciousness. So when we chant Ong, we're tapping into that. This is also a meditation that is used to release fear. And a lot of times we have this fear of being seen in our creativity when we express. So it's also to help eliminate fear. So Ong, O-N-G. You want to press the tongue to the top of your mouth when you make this sound. And you want to make it go as long as you can. So you may stay with my rhythm of chant. You may go at your own pace, and that's okay. Again, it's about finding your voice and connecting to this mantra ong through that. So we're going to sit with our hands in our lap, right hand on top of left. You can touch your thumbs together. This is called neutral mind mudra. Eyes are closed. And we'll start to chant ong and just keep repeating ong again at your own pace. Inhale deeply. Exhale completely. And we'll start. Ong. 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 Om. Last one. Om. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Stretch the spine tall. Hold the breath on full. And exhale all the air out. And just take a pause here to notice what you feel in your body. Sometimes chanting can almost make it feel like it's pulsing more, or there's a part of your body you're more aware of. Maybe a feeling of lightness. Whatever it is, just let yourself feel it. Now bring your hands to your heart, palms together, and breathe deeply here. Listen to what your heart has to say. Inhaling, the heart expands out. And exhale, it softens. Almost imagine like your nostrils are at your heart and you're breathing in and out there. What does your heart have to say? You can continue to mentally vibrate Sat Nam. And now start to rub your palms like we did at the beginning. Rub them vigorously. Create some warmth. Rub, rub, rub. Rub your hands in front of your heart. Keep rubbing. Just let your breath be natural. Feel that heat between your palms. Keep going. 10 more seconds. Good. Now open your hands about 4 inches or 10 centimeters apart. And let yourself just feel the energy between those two palms. Long, deep breaths. Feel the energy between your left palm and your right palm. Like there's a ball of energy, a ball of light between your two hands. It might might almost be like it's breathing, like your hands want to kind of come further and closer. Keep them at about this 4 inches, 10 centimeters apart, and feel the energy there. Now keep the hands at the same distance, but turn the hands so that the right palm faces down and the left palm faces up. Imagine that same ball of energy between your hands. Breathe deeply here. Hands in front of the heart. Imagine like there's a sphere of light. Notice any thoughts or emotions that arise. Just keep letting yourself be with this. Notice if the energy changes, if there's a color maybe that comes to your mind. Maybe a word. Notice what your heart is saying here. About 3 more deep breaths. Good. Now place your right hand on your heart and your left hand behind your back, palm facing back. Start breath of fire. Again, you can do long, deep breath if that's better. Feel the front of your chest and the back of your chest, the space between your right hand and your left. Go at your own pace. Feel the space between your right hand and your left. This is your heart center. Last 20 seconds. Inhale deeply. Stretch your spine tall. Hold your breath in. And exhale. Let your hands come back down to your lap, or if it feels more comfortable, hands on your knees. And just take a few breaths to meditate here. Experience your own sacredness, your own divinity, the creativity that comes through you. Energized from your heart. And then please come lie into a Shavasana pose. So comfortable laying down pose, maybe on your back. If on your back doesn't feel right for you, you can lay on your side. Get comfortable. So if you need a blanket over top of you so you don't get cold, do that. If you want a pillow underneath your head, put one underneath your head. Bringing your chin slightly in. If it feels better for you to have your palms up, heart open to receive. If it feels better, you can always turn your palms down if you need to touch the earth. Maybe inhale through your nose and exhale out your mouth. Inhaling. Exhaling. Letting your body get 10% more comfortable with each exhale. Each exhale releasing tension from the body and the mind. Allowing the breath to flow freely. This free flow of breath can be mirrored with a free flow of life. And that's often how creativity is. It's a free flow. Meditate on the flow of your breath as you release all effort into the earth. Gently bringing your awareness back to your breathing. Maybe feeling your stomach rise and fall. Maybe placing one hand on your stomach and one hand on your chest. Notice that beautiful divine sacredness within you. As you feel ready, you can start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Maybe rotate your ankles and your wrists. Maybe stretch your arms, your legs, your back. Maybe hug your knees in. You can do a little twist if you'd like here. One knee or both knees to the side. And to the other side. You can rub your feet and your hands together to warm up those nerve endings. Either roll to your side or rock back and forth to come up to sitting. So finish with the long time sun mantra. The first time we chant it, receive it as a blessing for yourself. The second time, send it out to somebody. And the third time, we'll thank the whole world in love and light. If you're not familiar with the mantra, again, you can listen and have that same energetic. Receive the first one, send the next one, and then the whole world on the third one. So rub your hands in front of your heart, spine nice and tall. And then hands in front of your heart, inhale deep. Exhale completely. And we'll sing. May the long time sun shine upon you. All love surround you. And the pure light within you guide your way on. Send it out. May the long time sun shine upon you. All love surround you. And the pure light within you guide your way on. Now the whole world. May the long time sun shine upon you. All love surround you. And the pure light within you guide your way on. Take a deep inhale and a complete exhale. Inhale, take the arms up over your head. Open the palms, close the hands, stretch the spine, hold the breath in. And then exhale, shake out any more little bits of dross, tension, let it go. Inhale the arms up. Open, close, hold the breath in, stretch the spine tall. And exhale, shake it out. Inhale, stretch. Open, close, hold the breath in. And exhale, shake it out. So take this moment to, again, just check in with yourself, mind, body, and heart. May this practice help your creativity flow, your feeling of connection and wholeness. And if you'd like to share about what creativity looks like for you, creativity is not just art. There's so many ways that we create in our lives. Like I said, yoga is a way for me to be creative. So if you want to share about how you're creative and what being in the flow feels like for you, sometimes it feels like play. We'd love to hear from you. Thanks for joining us. Sana.